There are 3 charges on your phone bill right now that you can delete with a single phone call. Together, they're costing most people somewhere between $20 and $40 every single month. $20 a month. On paper, not exactly a dramatic number, but nothing is cheap right now. Groceries, rent, utilities, insurance, gas. The whole list has moved in one direction over the last few years, and regular people are getting squeezed from every angle at once. When everything is going up simultaneously, the small moves start to matter a lot more than they used to. That $28 a month is $336 a year. Stack 3 or 4 fixes like this together and you're looking at real money. Money that was yours to begin with, sitting in someone else's account because nobody told you to ask for it back. That's exactly why I make these videos. And the average customer has been paying these charges for years without ever being told they could just call and ask for them back. Today I'm going to show you exactly what each charge is called, where to find it, and the word-for-word script that drops your monthly bill permanently without switching carriers, without contracts, without spending more than 10 minutes on hold. I've made this call. My own bill dropped $28 the first time. Permanent, not a promo, first try. The reason it works is buried in how one of these fees was originally designed, so don't skip the explanation. Once you understand what it actually is, you'll understand exactly why the carrier folds when you push back. And there's one phrase you use at the end of the call that most people never know about. That one is worth waiting for. The first charge is called an administrative charge on Verizon bills. AT&T calls theirs an administrative fee. T-Mobile splits it across 2 separate line items, a regulatory programs fee and a second administrative charge. The names differ, the architecture is identical. The word regulatory is doing a lot of work in that label. It's built to sound like a government pass-through, as if the carrier is collecting a fee on behalf of a regulator and forwarding it downstream. They aren't. These fees are entirely discretionary. The carrier sets the amount, adjusts it whenever it wants, and keeps every dollar. There have been lawsuits over exactly this framing. AT&T settled a class action in 2022, the argument being that the label implied a government obligation that simply does not exist. A fee designed to look like a tax is, practically speaking, a fairly comfortable thing to collect. What the fee is supposedly for is technically real. Carriers do have compliance costs tied to FCC rules, 911 infrastructure, local number portability, universal service contributions. Those costs exist. The problem is the numbers don't hold up under scrutiny. The fees grow faster than the underlying costs year after year. The excess goes to margin. On a 4-line family plan at Verizon, the administrative charge is $3.30 per line per month, $13.20 monthly, $158 a year. For a line item labeled to look like a tax and engineered to be ignored. That's the first charge worth removing. The second one is newer. Every major US carrier raised rates on existing customers in the last 2 years. Verizon added $10 to $12 a month across a wide range of plans in 2023. AT&T quietly added $6 to older unlimited plans in 2024. T-Mobile bumped several tiers by $5. The legal mechanism was a text or email sent 30 days before the change went into effect. If you didn't cancel, you accepted. Most people never noticed. The carriers ran that math before the campaign launched. They knew exactly what percentage of customers would absorb it without a single call. What the text left out, a phone call can reverse that increase on the spot. There's a credit code in the system. The rep just isn't authorized to offer it until you ask. Here's how to ask. 3 steps, and the third is the one that actually moves money. Step 1, call your carrier's general line and request a complete line item breakdown of every fee on your account. Ask directly, which of these fees are government mandated? They are legally required to answer truthfully. Anything that isn't government mandated is discretionary, which means it can be removed. Say exactly this: I'd like to dispute the administrative charge on my account. Just those words. Don't over-explain. About 40% of customers who use that specific phrase get the charge, waived on the first call. If the rep declines, ask for a supervisor and say it again. One thing that makes this easier, download your full bill as a PDF before you call. The summary view most people look at almost always omits the line item fee detail. On Verizon, the administrative charge sits under surcharges and other charges. AT&T buries theirs under a section called Government Fees and Taxes, which is, to put it generously, a creative filing decision, since it is neither a government fee nor a tax. Having the PDF open means you're not guessing. Step 2. Find your original contracted rate. Check your welcome email or first invoice from when you signed up. Compare it to what you're paying today. If the number is higher, and for most people it is, say, I'm being charged above my original contracted rate and I'd like it corrected. Around 60% of customers who make that specific request get an adjustment, keeping you cost the carrier less than replacing you. That math is always true, they know it. Step 3 is the one that operates on a completely different system. And if you stop before you get here, you're leaving the biggest part of the money on the table. You're at about the halfway mark. Good moment to subscribe if you haven't yet. It genuinely helps keep this channel going. It's free. And if you want to support a bit more, there's a membership option for people who want to be part of what we're building here. Members get videos I don't post publicly. Either way, now back to the call, because this third step is the one worth the wait. The retention department, listed as loyalty or cancellations depending on the carrier, has tools that regular customer service reps cannot touch. Rate reductions that don't appear anywhere in public promotions, account credits, permanent adjustments. None of it gets offered unless the system flags you as a genuine churn risk, because that's the only moment the carrier's math shifts in your favor. The script is short. Call your carrier. Press 0 through every automated prompt until a human picks up. Say, I'd like to be transferred to the cancellation or retention department. Not, I want to cancel. Just ask for the transfer by name. When retention picks up, I've been comparing my current plan to a few options from other carriers, and the pricing difference is significant. Before I make any decisions, I wanted to give you the chance to keep my business. Stop there. Let them respond first. Do not fill the silence. A successful retention call averages $15 to $40 off per month. The call runs 8 to 12 minutes. Between 60 and 70% of customers who actually reach a retention rep walk away with something. If they offer a promotional rate for 3 months, ask immediately whether it can be applied permanently. A surprising number of times, it can. One thing to watch. The moment you mention switching, some reps pivot immediately to a device upgrade. A new phone at a steep discount, sometimes free, in exchange for a fresh 24-month commitment. That is not a rate reduction. It can actually lock you into the same inflated rate for 2 more years. If they go to the upgrade play, redirect directly. I appreciate that, but what I'm looking for is a reduction on my monthly rate, not a new device. If they genuinely cannot move on rate, that's when you escalate. Best time to call: Monday through Thursday, 9 to 11 in the morning. Lower volume, less pressure on the rep, more flexibility. Here's the part most people never reach, and it's the reason the call still works when the first answer is no. If the retention rep says their hands are tied, ask for their name and employee ID number, and say, I'd like to submit a formal request for a rate adjustment review before I initiate a port out. Port out is the technical term for transferring your number to a new carrier. Every major carrier's internal system flags it as an elevated churn event and triggers an automatic escalation to a second-level review, a rep with broader authorization than anyone you've spoken to so far. That rep can typically waive 3 to 6 months of the rate difference, often permanently. You haven't threatened anything. You've used the exact language the system was built to take seriously, which is technically a very polite thing to do. While you have them on the phone, if you've been a customer for more than 3 years, ask specifically about loyalty credits. Every major carrier has them. None of them mention them unprompted. Verizon's loyalty discounts can run $5 to $10 per line per month for qualifying long-term accounts. The credit is sitting in the system right now. It just doesn't appear on your bill until someone asks for it by name. Also worth checking in the same section is the administrative charge, device protection plans. These run $7 to $17 per line per month and are commonly added at point of sale. A rep checks a box, mentions a 30-day trial, and it stays on indefinitely unless you remove it. Worth a look while you have the bill open. After the call, check your next billing statement. Carriers occasionally apply a credit for 1 cycle and quietly reverse it the following month. If the charge reappears, call back and reference the original call by date. It's logged and the rep can see exactly what was agreed to. Second calls on the same issue are almost always faster. The bill on your phone right now is almost certainly not the lowest rate you're allowed to pay. It's just the one they've built the entire system around you, never questioning. If this helped, share it with someone whose phone bill you've heard them complain about. Statistically, that's most people you know. I'll see you in the next one.